From Milpitas to Almaden, from Cupertino to San Jose, all throughout Silicon Valley, you've seen the faces. They are on the street, their hands almost always holding cardboard signs. Written in Sharpie, you can find their story, a plea for some spirit change, and often a God bless. These faces, these human beings, who pace the median as you wait for the light to turn green. You know these faces, and yet you don't at all. You ever wondered how much longer a mile feels in their shoes? You ever wondered what it's like to be homeless? Alice Rocco from Yahoo Voices writes, think about going on a vacation far from home. Perhaps you went to a local nightclub and had a few drinks. Staggering to the car and unable to find it, you are accosted by a bad man. You are robbed, assaulted, and wake up in an alley the next morning. You smell, you ache from being pistol whipped and beaten. If that was not bad enough, you have one heck of a hangover. You have no wallet, no identification, the car keys and your money are gone. Your clothes are bloodied and dirty. You are also hungry. No problem, you think as you make your way to the nearest police station. But being a stranger in the town, you have to ask strangers for directions. You smile pleasantly at the first person you see, who looks at you with disgust and hurries off. This makes you aware that you do not exactly look your very best. There's a phone booth, but as stated, all your money is gone. But suddenly, you need to use a toilet. You walk into a fast food restaurant. The restroom door is locked. You need to get a token to use it. Now that you have the clerk's eye, there's a glare in it. You walk into several other stores to repeat the scenario. Noticing a hotel, you walk in and find a restroom, but the hotel security guard rushes in the restroom behind you and informs you that you are not allowed to use it. At this point, you may start getting angry. This is just the beginning of what it's like to be homeless. Silicon Valley, a region renowned for wealth and a booming middle class due to a booming tech industry, is just as abundant in poverty and a growing lower class, many without a place to call home. In 2011, the U.S. Census counted approximately 4,000 homeless people in the city of San Jose alone, but in January 2013, the Mercury News reported that the number had grown to over 7,000, making San Jose the fifth highest homeless population in the nation. But the number is much more than a statistic. That's too many people cold and hungry at night, and too many potential leaders, teachers, and friends not doing what they could be doing best.
Well, there isn't one solution. Every community has a different set of problems in dealing with homelessness. But the reality is that it does take a team approach, so to speak. It can't just be the city, it can't just be the police department, it can't just be the water district cleaning up the creekways. We really have to work together, and we found a model that works. We call it Destination Home, that has a housing first policy. The issue with that is having the resources and the personnel to actually get out onto the streets and to get the folks that need the help they need to get them off the streets permanently. And we know the housing first model works. In fact, in the state of Utah, they've essentially solved much of the homelessness problem, and what they did was they focused on getting literally a home for every person. A little more perplexing in a state like California with the population we have and with the huge homeless population that we have, but it's the right attitude. You can't solve homelessness without providing enough homes. And it's not as simple as just giving someone a key. You really have to give them the services that deal with mental health issues or drug addiction that can help them find a job. And so that's why it's not an easy solution. We know what to do. We just have to make sure we get everybody at the table and get the resources available to solve the problem.
In 1889, Jane Addams and Ellen Starr rented a rundown mansion in Chicago from Charles Hull. It was in this house that Addams and Starr established a daycare for immigrant mothers to keep their children while they were off at work. The whole house would later serve as a coffee shop for adults to socialize in after work, and would become a boys and girls club. The whole house offered a place for the middle and upper class to give their service and help the community. Sacred Heart Community Services in San Jose continues the mission to help the poor and needy while uniting the community under the common goal of service. Volunteers can sign up online at www.sacredheartcs.org. Sacred Heart, as well as other community services like Envision shelters, are a part of the solution to homelessness.
Give your all to me, I give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me, and you give me all of you.